Esports. Now Shiro planning the spike. No one yet to get a confirmation or no one yet to get a kill, but it seems like ROLEX will be spotting SEVERiNE, watching the flank here. He goes down. Now 5v4 is what we have.
Last player standing.
4 kill in just a span of 2 seconds? Okay, boom, but they all just go dissipate.
The information necessary for his teammates to actually make that rotation, then I think Boom Esports might be losing this round.
Alert really felt it. Now with the dash coming in from BerserX, is quite aware that this is going to be a B hit indeed. 1 by 1, they all falter. 3 men alive for both sides of the teams. But BerserX was able to capitalize on that. 5 seconds to plant the spike. And successfully, he does so. 1 more down, and Shiro gets that kill as well. 3v1 situation. It's all up to the last remaining player of XERXIA. Pep, go out. There's a wall coming in from the Viper right here. And SEVERiNE spots him away. They all know he's in the broken wall here. As Shiro tries to go behind it. The double swing will then falter. SEVERiNE gets the kill. Space towards the side of Boom Esports. Now Boom trying to get a pick off here on Halls, but instead he got picked off by Surf just using a Marshall. But still very much so capitalize on that Marshall indeed.
Oh, and that Marshall itself, it's Surf we're talking about. Come on, when he holds it Marshall, we already know how he'll be able to play it out. But for Boom, once again, they are still constructed with how they want to play this. But then, on that double Marshall itself, it's kind of a big gamble for XERXIA to actually do this. But if they'll be able to make it work, this might be successful. But then BlazKing, he's quite aware on where the positioning of XERXIA is. And if he'll be able to take down at least one, this can be a big advantage. But then, there's Surf. He's watching over his teammate. He's quite prepared for that trade, just in case BlazKing will be able to swing them off. But then, time is on the favor of XERXIA, but at least BlazKing, he's quite prepared for that, but there's no stopping the trades coming in from XERXIA. And look at that, the time is still not working, but then the gun advantage, we all know that they have it, and that's just it. We only have alert, and there's still this sign, but then on that flank, there's no time already, and XERXIA will be able to secure this round with a 1-3. But they will be able to take that there's just one looking at them with that operator, and his name is Surf.
ROLEX, this is your time to shine already. Someone has successfully moved through halls. This, oh no, it doesn't know at all. There is someone behind him. Tepiarb, on the other hand, changed the positioning right here, but they're still quite aware he's around the corner. BerserX rather to take on the trade here, but basically 13 seconds remaining for them to plant the spike. 4v2 situation, the operator in play in the hands of Surf. Still trying to capitalize on this, but so far it hasn't been working out on his end.
Well, this is quite bad for XERXIA once again. I mean, there's a try from 702 earlier on. He's still around that corner, but then the knife, they were able to tackle as to where he is. Good information, plus the trades coming in from Boom Esports as to ping that already, just to be able to grasp the security on that side itself. But for alert, he will just be stopping 1 by 1. His setups weren't destroyed at all, not all of it. And now, I think Boom Esports, they're quite struggling. But hey, that's a good pick of coming from BerserX. But then, Surf already is at the side, just looking at him. No chance at all. Only for famouz to actually get this. But then, the fact that there's 3 people already from XERXIA looking at you, this might be quite a struggle, especially the spike is not on his side. And he's been revealed also. I think that's just it. XERXIA slowly but surely on the side itself, but Boom Esports, the fact that they were able to contest that double doors against ROLEX gives them so much advantage. But hey, let's wait. There's still Surf. He's still alive. He still has that operator. He gets the second. Tries to pull off that blade storm, but won't be able to. But that's already a big advantage that they can give against XERXIA. And it's up already to BlazKing and Shiro to make it work. But BlazKing is finally kicking in. It's going to be a 2v2.
What I don't understand is why is no one shooting a recon here? Tepiaber on the other hand trying to bait out Shiro, but he was able to get 702 instead. 2v1 situation. It's all up to Tepiaber to make something happen, but Shiro just punishes him away. Still has that ultimate or the Blade Storm in his hand that he can use anytime he wants to. There's also Shiro, no trades at all coming in from Surf. He opts out. It's too late with a triple and the 4 kills coming in here from Shiro. Now hunting for that ace. This is Tepiaber already on the site itself. Not gonna survive at all as well. A flawless round is what we got here, Ray. As the gun, the spike, or rather, the blind settles in, it's just perfect to hit the players here. It's still a 4v4 though, as XERXIA was able to punish one player away and mid as well. Make that 2 as Tepiaber also goes down. Now it's all up to the 3 players remaining of XERXIA. SEVERiNE to spot 1. That's gonna be Surf moving far off. Now that the spike is planted, this rotation is now what we're seeing, and SEVERiNE hits that shot, or rather that snake bite away, but Surf already punishing the players yet again. He's on fire.
Surf right now is pretty scary. He is just taking them all one by one with the help of Alert, and it's up to SEVERiNE to make it work, but then he's been already detected and XERXIA can just wait for him to crawl at them. But I think time is ticking and it's not favoring SEVERiNE at all. But look at how this double swing is gonna be working on. And
Remaining for the rest of the team. Surf trying to fight them off. Viper Spit already on site, but Famous with the 34th in action now. BerserX has the Blade Storm as well. It's still a Viper Spit working against the side of Boom Esports here. They still have to find or figure where the 3 remaining players are. But now BerserX, will he punish anyone? One by one they go as Shiro goes down. Not yet, as they have enough HP, but Famous to do the job indeed. A triple kill on this round, Ray. A messy round, I suppose, but it still worked out in Boom Esports' favor.
for Famous, he really risked that. The delays are on the side of Boom Esports, but Rolex, he wants to play this part, but I think he won't because there's just a shutdown already coming in from Blaze King.
Blaze King already shutting down one player here, but now Surf has been detected. He has to be here for quite a bit, not peek out. They still have the spike down here, and Rolex to completely dissipate from this match. But anyway, Surf and Alert already getting a double here on the side itself. Now with the neural depth in action, Surf, he knows where they are. They know exactly where they are, as the Cypher would say. But it's still up to the two remaining members here of Boom Esports. They're still quite far and fighting for their life is Shiro. He's still alive. Play spawn even. But with time ticking, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice, honestly. Now with Famous getting a kill and getting a pick off, this might open up the opportunity for Boom Esports to actually win this round.
You know, Famous, even if he doesn't have a 2D force, but as long as he has that chamber within him, it's really giving XERXIA a struggle. And look at that, 702 is out, but still they want to commit it here in Seaside. And now, just because of that fragment, they weren't able to execute what they really wanted to do, and it's up to Banyard to get with Alert tap. And what can you actually do, especially when they already have the guns onto the side of Boom Esports?
Surf just waiting patiently here for the rotations. He hears it already. There's two players here, but he whips! He whips hard! No way! Surf missed those opportunity, but anyway, Shiro to get a kill here. Still a 4v4. Blaze King, he knows exactly where he is. Rolex to go down in just a second, and now they're trying to defuse the spike. It's still a 2v3 situation here, eh? They're still going for that ult, and they were expecting that.
The post plants. I think it's just going to win this. This is already a match point for XERXIA, but I'm quite unsure of what's going to...
The Blade Storm here, but that didn't happen. Anyway, it's a brand new round. They won, but this time a double operator right on their faces is BerserX and Famous holding on the fort. And this is literally no entry for the side of XERXIA, but Alert Tap actually inside the site already here. BerserX able to give out that space for the rest of the team. Now the spike being planted with the Hunter's Fury out. They have to go around this. SEVERiNE to take a shot in successfully, but Alert, he knows where they are. They know there's someone there, but BerserX not to hit that shot. 702 is the only man alive here. Only man left, and he goes down. Yeah.
Aware already on how Boom Esports want to take good care of in this side, but I think they will just be backing away. They're quite aware. There's Surf with the operator. We can't contest that, but then it's too late for famouz to actually bail out of it. They're
not
just
sure.
waiting.
They still don't know that famouz is actually inside already. They're just not quite aware that he's wrapping around himself on the corner here, but one man down yet again. ROLEX to get a kill on Shiro. They are aware they're already on the side itself. 10 seconds remaining to plant the spike and not even close.
And this is already the big advantage that they have to take off with. And there's the assist coming in from ROLEX with his set of flashes. But then, there's no stopping BerserX on the other side. These Jets, they're just so good with those operators.
Oh no, Alert knew exactly where he was with that recon. But on the other hand, BlazeKing trying to hide himself in the cyber cage. It wasn't successful though. famouz to get a kill already. Neural Death being used by Alert. Time to know where all of the players of Boom is. But on the other hand, despite knowing that information, famouz was still able to capitalize on this kill. Alert already in a sandwich position. Now it's all up to the last remaining member of XERXIA here. Shiro defusing the spike halfway there. He gets the kill, but famouz to secure the trade. We're going to second overtime. As you see what the Ray curse is. All the utilities are already on the side itself. Surf dashes in and forward dashes into his death as BerserX shuts him.
Spike planted.
What is that?
Hey, there's just been quite a mistake there. It's on a crucial round and it happened, but still, it's a 3v3. They were able to get information. There's also somehow a stop from XERXIA just to be able to secure this against Boom, but then look at that. They are just destroying it for SEVERiNE. They are just buying time. And I think this might be already impossible for XERXIA. But then Alert up! He's just defused! He's not letting go of it! He'll be able to take and secure this! A match point for XERXIA despite how they want to make that wall work. And now they'll be able to back it off, making sure that they'll be able to create some space. But then famouz on that operator, he still wants to make those necessary answers. And then there's again the wall blocking it off. But XERXIA, they are just making sure they won't contest it. They just want to play it very defensively.
A very crucial retake is what we're seeing right now. famouz, he knows exactly where the player is. There's one player on default, and down he goes with the shock dart connecting completely from Shiro. On the other hand, Alert to find one. SEVERiNE on mid, already tapping in the spike here. Nobody cares. He's gonna defuse the spike, and they did exactly what XERXIA did. Might be a B take. Do you think it's a B take? Of course it is a B take. Spray and pray it is as they get a kill onto BerserX here. The camera, no one shuts it down. They are all just watching them live as they all go in. famouz on the other hand, press W and plant the spike. That's what they're gonna do. 11 seconds on the clock, and now the spike has been planted. It's now up to Surf and 702 to make something happen.
Oh no, this will be impossible for 702 already. But wait a second, this is quite hard. But once they pick off Shiro, I think this can be a big advantage for XERXIA, and they just need to take out SEVERiNE. That's already clean for them. But then time is ticking. They still want to secure it off here in A side. Quite few of those distractions, but every time it kind of helps XERXIA to survive this. There's the plant, but then Surf is out right now against famouz. No one is gonna be picking this guy. He's quite scary at the same time. So XERXIA, they just need to really calm themselves. But then if they won't be able to cut off famouz, this might be a win already for Boom Esports.
Might be a problem. XERXIA right now, ROLEX is fighting off this flash. Settles in, and BlazeKing was able to pick up on the kill. It's still a 3v3 situation right here. BerserX to hop out on the right side. Doesn't get the kill here. 702 instead gets him. And now, with this, it is a 3v2 situation. Boom Esports, they have to move fast. They have to move so fast that they are gonna be going
It's all solo, but he still wants to break this off. Okay. It's just making those
faking.
Yeah, he's just faking it.
Oh, already inside the site here, Boom Esports, but lots of snake bite to get punished for. And no one really shuts down this Recon dart. But in any way, Shiro already planning the spike. Shock darts here and there. 13 seconds remaining. Two of the players here of XERXIA on the brink of death. One last guy. That is going to be alert. Nowhere to be found. Quite far still on the CT side.
Oh, XERXIA, they were pretty distracted on that part despite all the information they've been getting. But oh no, there's no escaping the Hunter's Fury, I guess, for alert. But then they were just, okay, this guy is quite scary. We can just play for the post lineups. He's just making it work with those taps. And as he tries to defuse this, this might be big of a problem. And now that they definitely can see it and swing it out, there's no stopping Boom Esports as they are. But right now, they still want to take off famouz. I think this is one of their problems so far, or it's Blaze King. We're talking about it now, Surf! That is actually going to be pushing in towards the pickoff. And now it's time for them to actually commit this. But then there's just the trades coming in, rather the delays from the side of Boom. But then there's just 702 taking out famouz, and together with Surf, and you take them down, this might be a big of an advantage. But now we're going to be trimming it down to a 3v3. Who's going to win? But then BerserX is still alive.
Blaze King trying to make a play happen here. Still has a nade to get that coverage in, but the smoke, especially the wall from the Viper, seems to be a little bit of a problem for Boom Esports. BerserX trying to punish 702 here instead. He gets punished back. 1v1 situation. Is Boom Esports gonna close things up? But it's not gonna happen. Who's gonna make a mistake here? Is it gonna be Boom? Is it gonna be XERXIA? Who knows? But of course, the 0 point will have someone suppress. That is gonna be at least 4 or 5 seconds for him. But on the other hand, XERXIA's just waiting patiently for them to actually push in on the side. This is the start. BerserX dashes in inside the smoke, even of a Viper, and he was able to capitalize on that, getting a kill here. And so many tag players from that Sova Recon. Yet again, Boom Esports getting caught by this Recon dart. One man down, maybe another. That's gonna be BerserX going and ROLEX to get a trade-off. But it's still a 2v1. Blaze King is left alone. Two players trying to sandwich him left and right. He gets one. Can get another. So close yet so far. Surf to get a kill instead, and XERXIA secures the round for themselves.
It's been successful for them also, but they need to make that entry work. They need that spark to keep it going.
An immediate shutdown on that camera from the Cypher. So many utilities running around the site, and it seems like this time around it's gonna be a fast take for the players here. They were able to get mid control already. No one to spot, but there is someone on backside. Surf to get that kill specifically on the back end. No one to actually trade it off aside from famouz, but he was already getting those 2 kills in. 2-to-1 trade so far, and he's trying to find and figure where Surf will be. A 3rd kill for him, and still Surf is alive. 2v1 situation. XERXIA, they just need one more round to win this match. 702. He's the only man remaining here. No other utilities aside from the shock dart and the recon.
Oh, they don't have any information as to where he is. He can just hide himself, play the game against Boom Esports. He gets the recon ready in, but then he is trusting famouz to actually get it. But he's just taking it.
No.
There's the half already. Watch me, buddy. Watch me work this out. But then it's still a win for Boom Esports, and we're gonna go into the 6 overtime.
Even in English broadcast, it just never ends. Surf already on up above. BerserX not to see him here. Cyber Cage might give them the idea. He's up above here, and he was able to get him out. Surf be taken out, and now famouz Blaze King goes down as well. XERXIA, they just completely decapitated the players of Boom.
That's pretty funny, but that's also a good bait for XERXIA to actually do that. Like, make Surf hide on that cyber cage and make Boom Esports actually overthink that. Is there somebody who's been hiding there or not, so that they can just focus on him? And now all of the members of XERXIA will actually just look at the, or rather, I'll just really look on those entries from Boom Esports, and it's up to SEVERiNE. But I think this might be impossible already. All of the guys are looking at him, and how can he be able to survive this, as they just want to shut them down? And XERXIA, just don't get too excited. This can still be a big clutch coming in from SEVERiNE, and there's no denying it.
This is a firing squad, Ray. This is a death wish. Once you hop in, you're gonna die. It's still not yet over though, but SEVERiNE to finally go down.
On that game, but look at this. They're just actually waiting for BerserX, just the same strats, and yet BerserX is just gonna be taken on already by Alert, but the trade coming from Blaze King is also there, but it's just been detected, and this can be a chance for them to actually go into B site. But then the contest from Surf is actually there.
They were still able to catch up at least on those kills. Just a one-to-one trade, but obviously a big disappearance coming in here from Alert. And it's going to be a difficult time gathering that info as well. XERXIA just playing it slowly. Boom Esports, they're starting to get impatient here. Starting to have an aggressive play on their side. But it seems like it's going to be an 8 take. But this pop flash settles in. He gets a kill. He opts out. Another one of those pop flashes. It hits. But yet again with a triple kill here. Blaze King is not yet done. ROLEX to get a kill and a trade-off, but with a 2v1 situation, this is all up to the remaining player of XERXIA. It's still not yet over. We're going into another overtime. But I don't know what I got here. It seems like no one wants to give up. XERXIA, they have that camera from the Cypher to actually gather intel if there's anyone hopping in, but it seems like Boom Esports is already on site. A little late for the tag, but that's exactly what they want, to try and use that information, use that camera to get them out, to miss that opportunity to gather the right intel for them. But anyway, Boom Esports, they're trying to punch in the kills here, one by one. Alert on the other hand, Blaze King caught off guard. XERXIA to gather the kills here with the neural depth in action. Now XERXIA's tried to defuse the spike as famouz goes down.
Boom Esports, for this time, they are on the defending. They've been doing so much already for this part, but this is quite interesting. XERXIA is, that's what they've said. They are contesting
this time around. They're quite active around the map. No more waiting around. It's time for XERXIA to finally show aggression here as they take a kill on BerserX already. 4 more to go, as they call it. Pepiarb already on the side, slowly but surely. No one to spot him out, and he was able to just get a kill that easily, but SEVERiNE to shut him down as well. 1-to-1 trade coming in from both of these teams. Now 4v2 situation. It seems like I'm seeing the lights at the end of the tunnel here, as XERXIA is still a 3v2 situation. They have to make a retake happen for the side of Boom Esports.
Hey, but remember, famouz is still alive, but then those cyber cages will just be giving XERXIA a huge advantage. And this just Surf, he wants to cut someone off, but he'll just be holding this part on where Boom Esports are still winning. It's gonna be a 2v2. Time is ticking, and they just need to own it up for the side of XERXIA. There's the defuse coming from famouz, and now we have Alert trying to play along, but he's just going to be pushing him. And still, these guys, do they have the time? Most probably they have, but no! XERXIA, they don't have! They still have the time! They don't have the time rather for Boom Esports, and now XERXIA